Hello everyone, welcome to this live video. I hope this live video turns out okay, streams okay, everything's clear, the sound and picture ends up being clear. I know I had an issue last time I went live, but here we are. So, you know me, I just kind of like to randomly spur of the moment hop on here. So as I'm waiting for you guys to hop on or join, I know this is kind of an abnormal time too. You know, it's the afternoon. Usually I do these later in the evening at night, but I just felt called to do it here during the day, especially since there's a lot of people who are still at home right now. So here we are, but yeah, I'm just shuffling all my decks here. I have, of course, the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. I have the Sacred Traveler Oracle, probably my favorite Oracle deck. And then I have the Druid Animal Oracle. Love my animal spirit guides. I know a lot of you guys do as well. They're just... Animals are special, and they're so naturally, psychically attuned. You know, they speak a very energetic language. You know, they're a lot more just energetically inclined, and love animals because of that. I even have my rune stones. You know, I just kind of like to keep a lot of different psychic decks out if I feel called to use, you know, a specific one. So if some of you haven't checked it out yet, yesterday? I think it was yesterday now. Oh gosh. I really am bad with my time these days because, like, I know we have, at least many of us have extra time, but my extra time is mostly being, like, productive with my creativity, you know, like writing and filming and doing video. So, lose track of time because of that. But, you know, my latest motivational poetry video is out. Really proud of it, especially the side blade fighting that I do in it, which I guess you could say is a secret skill that I have that not many people know about. Hello, Glamour Addy! I hope I'm saying the name right. Would you like a personal reading? Hello, thank you for joining, Devog Factor. Message if you would like me to draw you a card. Just write like, card for me, or something like that. Actually feeling like moving to my Sacred Traveler Oracle deck. So whoever's the first to comment that they want a psychic tarot card message is gonna be getting one from the Sacred Traveler. Alright, Glamour Addy. Here we go. Whoop! I feel like that one came pretty fast. Your message is traveling lightly. Simplify your life. So definitely a message here saying, you know, remove some old baggage, or remove, you know, some relationships perhaps that no longer serve you. Remove some, you know, old habits, ways of doing your work even, you know, how you've done your work or how you've gone about your work or career in the past. Removing some aspects of that or leaving that. You know, this is definitely that message of simplifying things, cutting things down to the bare minimum. I want to go ahead and get you one more message, and I'm feeling an animal oracle message for you. So let's see, Glamour Addy. I'm just going to call you Addy. Let's see what that is. I feel like it's the second one here, Addy. We have the goose, relationship or relationships in general, how you've functioned with relationships, how you've, you know, who you have included in your life, the social circle that you've built, that you want to build, starting to simplify and cut some things down, make things, just a little bit more plain in that area of your life, and specifically here for Goose popping up, could mean your intimate partnership. And I feel like removing some unnecessary things or things that have just become burdensome or too much, or that are just a distraction for you, Addie, that are just simply distracting. Removing that opens up more space, more availability for other positive relationships or partner to come into your life. So there you have it. I feel like that's a gorgeous message. All right, if you're joining here, send me a message. Let me know if you would like a card. Oh, hello, Nat and Factor. Yes, go ahead, Dog Factor. Ask a specific question if you'd like. Oh, you're so welcome, Addie. I hope that's enlightening and helpful. About the next person in your life. Hello, Nat Derby, if you're still here. Sorry, guys. Sorry for that little glitch. All right. So, Factor, here we go. I'm feeling like starting with the Animal Spirit Guide Oracle for you. The next person in your life. Woo. All right. Hair. Right off the bat, I'm feeling a message of you being like radiating this sense of attractiveness. You're looking very attractive to other people. So when it comes to relationships, connecting, making more friends or, finding a intimate relationship, you're looking attractive. I mean, hair represents fertility and therefore attraction. That magnetic field around you is like pulsing. I'm getting almost with hair here. So that's really cool. Also, I know this is like really specific, but it's coming through. Connecting with people, like especially as the economy, the country starts opening back up more, connecting with people more through the night scene. You see the moon here, we see the hair at twilight. And so there's a message here of like connecting with that person or people during twilight, at nighttime. And there's some common ground about how you and this other people, or how you and this other person feel about structure. I feel like Factor. Something coming through about you connecting on some subject of how you like, how your values and things involving the home and just, your emotional values, that and how that is structured now in your life, connecting over that. So that's something interesting bringing you together. But let's see what additional message we have with the tarot. Okay, you have Temperance popping out. So this is beautiful. First message I'm getting with this, in addition, is saying you can really manifest this with your willpower, okay? Like, especially with Venus being so dominant in the sky right now, we can all see it. Venus lights up the sky right at twilight, right at sunset. And so the energy of Venus, especially before it goes retrograde in May, is really powerful, and you can use that to your benefit right now. Temperance is also saying that there's a beautiful harmony going on right now energetically in your life factor. There's whatever it is that you're balancing, whatever is being put back into balance right now in your life, what is being healed right now in your life is creating a gateway, it's creating a doorway when it comes to those relationships and connecting with someone else in your life. And that is awesome. The gateway is opening. There you have it. Nat Darby, are you still here? Nat Darby, send me a message if you're still here. Yes, I see you, Mike. I see you, Avanish Carr. I'm definitely butchering your name. Sorry. So, Avanish, you know, if you want to tell me how to pronounce it in the comments, you can, but if you can put up with my pronunciation, then that's fine too. I'm drawing you a card right now, Avanish. That question. Oh, okay, specific question, I see. Are your coworkers backstabbing on you? Ooh, it's specific, but let's see what the tarot guidance is for you. I feel like just sticking with the tarot, I feel like, with this subject, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so, card that just popped out on its own is the Three of Swords in reverse for you, Avanash. Oh, I see you, okay. So, Three of Swords. This is definitely a card of backstabbing. You see swords stabbing the heart. Now, it is in reverse. And so what I'm getting with that, and I don't always read reversals, but when they pop out like this, you know, you gotta speak to it. So there's a message here of, I'm almost getting maybe an unintentional backstabbing, or like a backstabbing that has happened that spiraled out of control, if that makes sense. Like, it may have had a small sense of intention or anger or something like that behind it, but it almost feels like something about the backstabbing was spiraled out of control. It got a little, something about it is over dramatized, overdone, and it's almost like, you know, with the Three of Swords here, the swords, you know, it being reversed, the swords are like falling out. You know, the backstabbing is, it's like someone is wanting to take back, you know, the wrong that they did, is what I'm getting here. But let's see what the other tarot card is that pops out. Whoop. Alright, so then Ace of Swords. So the air energy is really strong in this reading, so I'm sensing a Gemini. Yeah, sorry about that, Avanish. Yeah, for some reason, it's been bad. Okay, so can y'all see and hear okay now? Is it better now? Quality improved at all here? I've reconnected. Dun, dun, dun. What time is it anyways? So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and continue here with Avanash, your reading, because you got the Ace of Swords, in addition to your Three of Swords. So with Ace of Swords, you're definitely showing to be on top, like in a place of overcoming this in a place of achieving some sense of victory. And I almost, with the Ace of Swords, like there's an apology. Some sort of apology is coming to you. The Ace of Swords is a very positive card. It's a card of renewal, too. Renewal and healing. And so that's why I'm really getting some sort of apology. Amends are wanting to be made. So there you have it, Avanesh. Again, I'm sorry about the glitching and the technological issues here. Ooh, maybe I should restart my phone before doing this. All right, if you've joined, let me know that you're here, and if there's a specific psychic tarot, yeah, sure thing. And you're so welcome, Avanesh. I'm just going to kind of shuffle with my decks here and feel around. Balkus Miracle, welcome back. Okay, so a reading focused on your love life. Let's see here. I have the Sacred Traveler in hand. Let's see what pops out. Okay, I'm feeling it's like the fourth card down. Finding sanctuary is what it says. Opening to your spiritual source. Okay. So when this kind of a message pops up, Balkus Miracle, it's usually saying that there's something about your spiritual, internal, state right now, how you're feeling, how you're thinking right now that might be blocking or getting in the way of your love life. Whether it's manifesting something there in your love life, something new, or, just manifesting a different outcome with someone you're involved with, whatever it is. There's something there about, I'm also, I'm getting a message of finding a little bit more silence, through meditation, or if it helps to just be out in nature or in a salt bath even, something like that, that just allows you to really listen to the internal dialogue, the internal voice that's going on. Because that is going to give you some insight on what might be blocking, the love life. But I have the tarot in hand here. Let me get you one more clarifying message with that. Woohoo! Oh, wow. Okay, Temperance. Temperance popped out for someone else earlier on in this live reading. That's funny. So with Temperance for you, it's definitely solidifying a message here of something about healing your fire, something about your passionate side or inner values, what you feel really passionate about when it comes to your values, and like the inner qualities that you look for in someone else as well. A sense of identifying that and then healing that through acceptance or through some sort of spiritual work. That could mean like Reiki work, that could mean working with crystals, whatever feels best for you there. But whatever's, because that's getting in the way, like I said, of the love life for whatever reason. But the beautiful thing with Temperance is Balkus Miracle, when you do that, it opens up a doorway. It opens up that portal for your love life. And that's when the miracles can flow in. There you have it. All right. Anyone else who is joined and would like a reading, or who's back after that major glitch, let me know in the comments. I think I'm probably going to be on here for a few more minutes. And guys, if you feel called to, no pressure, but if you feel called to, feel free to make a donation to my Cash App to help support the work I do. But, you know, even just simply your comments and everything is very helpful and validating, if that's the right way to say that word. So thanks. Absolutely Balkus Miracle. And I'm just shuffling away here. I'm feeling potentially for the next person here who wants a reading, I think I'm feeling the going back to the animal oracle. And also, guys, I've kind of been thinking about potentially doing like a Q&A type video. Like video series, like doing it a little more consistently. You know, like you ask me a question and, you know, psychic related, astrologically related, even like when it comes to personal issues or trauma, stuff like that. Q&A, you know, anything pagan, spirituality related. Kind of thinking about doing that. Hello, Pink M. And Mike Hawk. So I had some major technical issues before, so I'm back. All right, so give me 1 second, guys. Let me check these. Hello, thank you for joining. Pradeep R. and Carol. All right, so Mike, if you would like a card, you are next here, and then Pink, I'll be right with you. Thank you for joining Happily Ever After. All right, so Mike, I have a card coming for you. Here we go. We have a lot of repetitive cards happening in this live stream. So Mike, you have a message here from the goose. And the message is revolving around partnership and taking a little bit more time to connect with people. As hard as that might be right now, you know, there are some restrictions on how we can connect to people right now, but there is still possibility there. You are still able to connect with people, whether it's virtual, but also there are ways to still do in person safely. So there's a message here of reconciliation as well, Mike. And so that's interesting. And really getting in touch with your creative power. Whatever creative skill you might have. I feel like you're being called to get involved with that right now. Let me get you one more card to clarify, Mike. Unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. So there you have it, Mike. You have what you need in your immediate environment. Know that. And exploring the unfamiliar through your creativity looks positive right now. Oh, that's so cool, Mike. That's interesting. All right, so Pink M, are you still with me here? I'm feeling like getting you a message from the Sacred Traveler. And this message, psychic message, is for Pink. Thank you for that message of confirmation. Okay. First light, beginning a new cycle. And this is happening for a lot of people right now, Pink. But the message for you here is definitely starting at the base, starting at the beginning, starting from scratch with something, whether it be a relationship or project. There is beauty and bounty even for you, starting at the beginning here. Something about raw talent, Pink. There's some real beautiful raw talent coming through here. So I hope that that's affirming to you. But let's get one more message of clarity with the tarot. Ooh. And it just fell out. The Ten of Pentacles. This is beautiful. What did I say? Bounty, prosperity. When you start at the beginning and work from the ground up. It looks so positive, financially rewarding as well, Pink. And even maybe not necessarily financially rewarding, but however, this could go both ways. You know, with the Ten of Pentacles, it's about building some sort of solid foundation, whether it be with relationships or, you know, your money, your career. But it does mean having to start at a beginning stage. So if that means leaving something else behind that you feel like you've needed to leave behind for a little while, you know, this is confirmation for that. But that looks beautiful. Very affirming. Let me check my comments here, y'all. All right, so Carol, I'm with you now, Carol. I see your question. Ex-boyfriend is currently thinking or feeling about you. Ooh. Okay, so with especially love questions that are very specific like that, I try to lean more towards the guidance of that situation. So let's see what the guidance is for you, Carol. Involving your ex and what they're thinking about you. Ooh. Passion and pleasure. Savor your life, Carol. This is actually a pretty gorgeous card to see for this. I feel like that ex still has some sort of lingering passion and pleasure for you. Oh, I see you, Pradeep. So, Carol, they definitely still have some sort of heart for you and fond memories of you, with you. And may even be feeling that longing for more, for wanting to connect with you again. But, you know, the savor your life message here is, you know, don't necessarily hold on to the what if, the what could be with that ex, because that might be getting in the way of you simply enjoying your life right now. Or, you know, it could simply be getting in the way of that ex potentially coming back in and giving to your life. So it's almost like letting it be. You know, letting it be is almost the best advice here. But let's get you one more message of clarity with the Animal Oracle. Ooh, you got Swan, Carol. So this is a gorgeous card to get in regards to relationships and love. So, you know, you see the swan in the background here. You see the swan here. Swans represent beauty, love, passion. And so it's definitely very much a thing between you. And I'm almost getting, there's a message here of channeling that passion and love for each other by giving each other the freedom and space that you need, and then bonding, coming back bonding through some sort of interaction event that is about beauty and that's just about play. So I hope that makes sense to you, and that's a very cool message. So there you have it, Carol. All right, so let me see here, guys. If you are still with me, I see a couple of you have went away. So if you're still with me and would like a message, send me one more comment, okay? Sometimes the feed gets a little crazy. You're so welcome, Carol. I'm glad it is affirming. I feel like using the animal oracle for whoever's next here. So I'm going to be on here just a little bit longer, y'all. Amaris Cunningham. Amaris Cunningham, are you still with me? If you're still on the feed and would like a psychic message, let me know. All right, Amaris Cunningham. This is for you. And welcome back. Okay, I feel like it's this one. This is from the Animal Oracle. You have wolf. So, Amaris Cunningham. There's a message here saying you may be on the path, if either on the path right now, or you may be walking the path here in the near future that could be identified as the path of darkness, or the dark walk, dark night of the soul kind of moment. And I'm getting that it's, it's a temporary kind of thing, but it's something you're being called to do, to explore, to simply explore that, in a neutral way, Amaris. And sometimes it can be a challenge to look at that dark path in a neutral way. But when you look at it, from a very diplomatic, in a very diplomatic perspective and way like that, you can often gain so much insight. So, it's a message of the wolf here saying you're kind of walking that lone path, traversing some dark path of the soul. But let's get clarity and see what more maybe that might be about, or what the guidance is. I feel like with wolf here, it is maybe potentially affecting your tribe of people, your close-knit group, pack, so to speak. All right, popping out the Emperor. Personal power is coming up with this. And leadership. So by traversing this, whatever this dark moment or dark little path of the soul is for you, and gaining that insight, that knowledge, it's somehow putting you in a higher position of leadership, Amaris. That's what we got going on here. You're being called to lead your pack, lead your, group, or, little group of friends that you're involved with, whatever it is, or in the community. There's a message here of leadership, and perhaps sharing from what you've learned, on that spiritual path, from those dark moments in your life. That is kind of what puts you in a leadership position and calling you to lead from that place. So that's very interesting. That's pretty deep, but beautiful and empowering. I feel like your confidence raises. So that's awesome. Alrighty. Happily ever after. I see you. Happily ever after. You still with me? Oh, I see, Amaris. Very cool. Very cool. Well, I hope that that's affirming then. All right, so happily ever after, you're next, and then I see you, Pradeep R. I'll get to you next here. Woo! Okay. Happily ever after, your message popped out really fast. Crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and even releasing. I feel like happily ever after, this is saying you're stepping into almost like a broader, bigger dimension. You're breaking through some sort of spiritual barrier, almost like falling into a new portal in a way. It's really cool. I feel like you're, especially when it comes to a relationship, happily ever after. When it comes to a relationship, you're crossing a certain threshold with them. And it feels positive because it's filled with healing and this release and what have you. Now, I'm feeling the animal oracle for your clarity card, so let me get you your clarity. Music locate. I see you. I'm using various decks here. Okay, clarity for happily ever after. We have Fox. So with your clarity here, with the Fox, I'm getting a message of you don't have to be so cautious. You can kind of let go of the tiptoeing effect, tiptoeing around people, tiptoeing around yourself, the fear of falling, the fear of slipping. I'm getting here with the Fox. You can really let that go. And I do feel like it is involving another person here in a way. Oh, I see. And so with Fox here as well, it's about embracing the wildness of life, the beauty that comes from that wildness, even the unexpected. And the healing. And, I am feeling happily ever after too, that especially with the moon being full in this image and predominant, that the full moon that we're leading up to, we're in the waxing phase of the moon right now. So in another week and a half, we'll be at the full moon. So pay attention to that time frame because I feel like that's when a lot of this can really manifest. But there you have it. All right, so Pradeep R. I am getting you a message now, and I feel like Pradeep R. I feel like I'm being called to start with the Sacred Traveler. Oh, very good. I'm glad you think so. Happily ever after. All right, so for Pradeep R. Let's see what your oracle message is. Watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. which a lot of us have plenty of time to do that right now, right? But I feel like there's been some distraction perhaps getting in the way. So try distancing yourself from the news, especially mainstream news. There's a lot of controversial, contradictory stories and fear-based stories that are going around. And I feel like it'll be very beneficial for you to separate yourself from that and from anyone who might be making you feel that way. And if you can, get close to a body of water. You know, whether that be the lake, the ocean. I'm going to get you a clarity card with the same deck as well. Alright, so we have Desert Passage. Trust there's a divine plan. So there's a lot of energy of waiting, patience, resting, being in that place of quiet. So that is going to serve you best right now. To find that trust, really work on your trust again. Sometimes life throws us for a loop, sadly, but it's part of the challenge of life. And sometimes our experiences can lead us to mistrust and be very, questioning, which isn't always a bad thing. That can be a good thing when in balance, right? But you're being called here to, through calm, through quiet, through self-care, really reclaim that trust again, is what I'm getting. Reclaiming the trust within yourself, within your spirit guides, and within people again as well. So there you have it, Pradeep R. Music Locate. I see you are exploding the feed with lots of interesting comments. If you would like a spiritual message from your guides, from the universe, let me know. Let me know, Music Locate. Seems like you might profit from a message from the ancient tarot or oracle here. Well, you are more than welcome to leave the feed, Music Locate. No one is holding you here. Alyssa D, yes. Alyssa D, I have a card coming for you. I'm going to start with the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. And we'll get you a clarity card as well, Alyssa. Or Elise, I'm sorry. Alyssa? No, Alyssa. Sorry. Alyssa D, yes. Here we go, Alyssa. Seven of Swords. So with the Seven of Swords, Alyssa, there's a message here of walking away from whatever it is you're intuitively feeling that you need to step away from. A person, a situation, an argument. There's definitely a message of creating distance here. And taking the knowledge that you've learned from whatever that confrontation was, argument that happened, taking that knowledge and walking away with it. Sometimes we have to walk away separate ourselves from the haters. And trust me, as a public figure, I know I get a lot of haters. In fact, I think I had a hater on this stream right now. Um, haters are real. And I feel like there's a couple or maybe one hater, Alyssa, that has been surrounding you, but they've also taught you something. You know, the haters and the people who want to bring us down, who want to really rain on your parade, they also teach you some things. You know, they give you lessons, spiritual lessons and insights. And honestly, I've learned that that is a win in the end. And I feel like that's the case for you here. You know, you're walking away from it. Or when you do walk away from it, it looks really beautiful. Yes, Karen, I see your message. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and take care of this. Give me 1 second, guys. I've never actually really had to like block someone from the chat before, so let me just make sure I'm doing this correctly. Okay. I think I did it. I think I removed that person who is just trolling the feed. Okay, yep, think it's done. Think the person's gone. Okay, sorry, Alyssa. I'm back with you, Alyssa. Oh, I see, Alyssa. I see your message. Envy is an ugly color on anyone, but envy does happen. Jealousy does happen. Yeah, you're welcome, Karen. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't pay too much heed to it, but I figured out how to block that person who was on here being disruptive. So, Alyssa, I'm getting you that clarity message here. 1 second. We have miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. So, especially when you separate yourself from that envious, jealous person who's caused drama, yada yada here, miracles happen. It's like a turning point. And the knowledge that they give you, even though, you know, it's unpleasant to go through, the knowledge that they end up giving you, the enlightenment that you somehow gain from that hater, miracles come. It's almost like a breakthrough energy. You know, the challenge and, you know, BS that they are throwing your way somehow turns into a miracle for you. And that's beautiful. I love that. All right, so Karen, are you still with me? I totally understand, Alyssa. Karen, if you would like a message, let me know. I don't think I've gotten you a message yet, have I? Let's see here. Feeling the animal oracle. All right, Karen, so here we go. We're starting with the Druid Animal Oracle. Okay, we have Sal. I always say this animal's name wrong. So? Sal? I think it's so. But here we go. So Karen, there's a message of, I see this as you being the nurturer, you kind of being the motherly figure in a way. Having to take care of a lot, whether that's actually taking care of children or whether that's taking care of almost like babysitting your friends or something like that. There's that energy here of taking care of others and other people. And then there's a secondary message here of abundance coming through here. So let's see here. I want to get clarity with this. Let's see, clarity using, I'm feeling drawn to the animal oracle again. So let's just get another card there. Okay, we have horse. Horse as your clarity. I'm getting here, there's a message of creating a little bit of space. Creating a little bit of space for yourself, if you can, and being that caretaker. I mean, horse and so here. It's saying when you give yourself a little bit of space for that self-care and self-reward, and you allow yourself to create some extra movement in your life. I'm getting very strongly this message of movement with horse. You create movement, give yourself the space to be creative or simply to even just travel. Allow yourself, even if it's just short distance travel, whether it's long distance, short distance to the coffee shop, giving yourself that self-reward and space. It opens up some sort of beautiful door for you of abundance and of blessing. And so it's interesting. But I see you definitely being surrounded by, a lot of people who do essentially, I feel like, appreciate you as a caretaker. Oh, that's cool, Karen. But I feel like these people who do rely on you to be the caretaker, that they'll have even more respect for you whenever you do this for yourself. And so that's awesome. I feel like horse is like your superpower here. So, pay attention to the totem of horse, if you see it pop up anywhere. Oh, very cool, Karen. Oh, well, that does make a lot of sense. Hey. All right, guys, I have time to do one more message here. So, guys, I do have to keep these tarot messages concise and brief. If you do want to do something that's a lot more in-depth or multiple subjects, contact me. I have my email and Etsy shop available in the About Me description on my YouTube, and I think there's like you can click the little icon on my page too, which might be faster. But yeah. Ruby, you are it. I'm getting you a message here, starting with the Sacred Traveler. All right, Ruby, here we go. Oh, that's interesting. It's funny, we have a lot of repeating cards through this live stream, but here we go. We have lie, back, rest, and relax. Watching clouds. So Ruby, there's a message here of separating yourself from some of the chaos, some of the drama. that's going on right now in the world. You know, we're all feeling it in some way, but for you personally, Ruby, there's this message of separate yourself, you know, whether that means with a good book or with a calming cup of tea, sitting beside the ocean side or the lake. You know, if you can get by a body of water, that would be beautiful for you. Let me get you clarity here with the Rider-Waite Tarot now. Clarity for Ruby. King of Pentacles. This is about, I feel like, grounding. Big time grounding for you. And grounding through material means is going to really help you. So, you know, good food, good drink, I feel like can really help you out. Act of grounding and allowing those, you know, that interaction with the earth of the positive, electrons and stuff to balance you out that work through the earth. That will be really beneficial for you. And I'm getting this message of doing some home improvement. Could be very like therapeutic for you right now. You know, it's not just going to be aesthetically pleasing to the eye, Ruby, but it'll be like therapeutic for you to do some extra home improvement. King of Pentacles is speaking strongly with that. Ramesh B, I see you. And Kar, I think I'm saying your last name right. Hello. Thank you for joining. Guys, I'm going to do a pick 3 right now because I've run out of time to do the personal stuff. I think I've been live, it looks like over an hour. So I'm going to do a pick 3. So I'm going to do 3 different readings here, and you can listen into your own intuition here and choose from that pile. Okay, so it's kind of like doing a live reading, but a little different. So see if I can, okay, you know what? I don't know if that's going to work with this camera. Let me turn it a different way. 1 second, y'all. Whoop. Sorry, trying to get my camera set here. Bear with me. I know my table's a little bit of a mess. Okay. Actually, that is not working out. Sadly. Okay. So I'm just going to do this to the 3 if you're just now joining. So listen to your own intuition here. I'm starting with number 1. Are you drawn to number 1, number 2, or number 3? Which number is calling out to you? So if you pick number 1, gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. So number 1, if you pick number 1, gateway is opening here. There's a sense of triumph, a sense of you overcoming, a sense of you breaking through, and whether that be your career, relationships, you're enhancing, moving on to the next level. And I'm getting this message of raising standards too, which is really beautiful. Like raising standards will be gorgeous for you and will help you on the up here. All right, so if you pick number 2, if number 2 is calling out to you, your message is ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. So your message is embrace that fixed energy, you know, like the fixed zodiac signs. continuing, persisting with the project or with the relationship, whatever it is that you have going on, persisting with it, continuing to pour in the passion to where you want to be will help you succeed and will lead you in the direction that your heart is yearning for. So that's gorgeous. All right, if you picked number 3 called out to you. Here we go. Taking shelter. The answers are within. So there's a message here of definitely meditating more, doing some more yoga, taking a salt bath, walks in nature, finding your rhythm. I'm hearing finding your rhythm and your method of connecting to the divine, to your inner calling and what spirit is impressing upon your heart. And I feel like you do have permission. If you pick number 3 here, it's also saying you have permission to kind of put your bubble up, that bubble around you, to help shield your energy, shield your aura, so that you can really tune in and listen in and receive that spiritual enlightenment. So that's beautiful. So number 1, Gates of Triumph. Number 2, Ascend. There you have it, guys. I am pretty much drained out here, so subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet to keep updated on when I do the next live tarot reading. I'm gonna start doing more consistent astrological and tarot readings again for all 12 signs. So pay attention for that and check out the motivational videos, even zodiac comedy videos that are up on my channel, all that jazz. It's there for you. And if you do want to do a personal one-on-one reading, you can contact me through my Etsy shop or my email. That information is in the About Me section, and I'll put it in the descriptions of this video as well, especially once I get it uploaded. But thank you all for joining. That was really cool. It was very cool. I'm glad I got to share with you and you got to share with me, and we had the interaction. It's always interesting because it always ends up being like helpful and therapeutic for me to help you guys and to channel these spiritual messages for you guys. So it's always super cool how that works. But y'all take care. I'll see you in the next video soon. Subscribe so you can stay updated, all right? Bye.